Hi there, this is Kassie, and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of March 20 to March 26. If you want to check out last week's predictions, you can click on the link above. And if you want to have a personal and detailed reading with me, you can always find me on my psychic platform www.kassikai.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription to use it in your first session. And don't forget that every day I post the card of the day with the general energy and the general vibe of the day. You can find last week's predictions on the link above. But let's see what the future has in store for us for next week. For Aries, we had the Knight of Pentacles and now it's the Ace of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is progress in practical matters, in your career, your finances, your everyday tasks, but it's also a slow card, and there might have been some delays in one of those areas, but this week the vibe is changing and things will start moving forward, and that's something that will make you feel good. In fact, the Ace of Swords is a solution to a problem, and it could be a practical issue that you will be able to resolve this week, or issues involving communications, the way you express your thoughts to someone. Also, the Ace of Swords is clarity, so if something has been confusing in the previous weeks, expect that now you will get a better understanding of how things are and you will be able to see the full picture. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, under this energy they may be a little detached emotionally. However, the Ace of Swords is a card of the mind, and that means they are thinking of you a lot and they are trying to figure out what they want from your connection. Like I said, the Ace of Swords is associated with communications, so if things have been blocked or disrupted, expect that you will exchange messages this week or emails or phone calls, and generally communication will get more clear, and for some of you communication will be restored. The Ace of Swords often means that we decide to take some distance from something in order to understand it better, or in order to decide on a course of action. And for some of you, the Ace of Swords is about cutting cords with the past, especially if there has been a situation or a relationship that is in some way hurtful. The Ace of Swords puts emphasis on the first part of the week between Monday and Tuesday, and that's when you will probably receive a very important message or a piece of information. For Taurus, we had the Lovers and now it's the Devil. The Lovers indicates that you were busy with your personal relationships or with a special person in your life, and there must have been a decision that you needed to make or a choice between 2 different options. Now the Devil can be a little tricky because for some of you it means that the aforementioned relationship may have an addictive element, or it has become an obsession for you, which means that it may not be as healthy as it should be. There must be something or someone that you are not able to let go, if letting go is what you want to do. But if you feel unable to do so, the message here is that you do have control over things, and it's up to you to remove the bonds that keep you there. The Devil can also manifest as an obsession with something material, so there's a car, for instance, that you want to have at all costs, or that dress that costs a lot of money, or the newest smartphone, so you could make an expensive purchase this week. Just make sure that you can afford whatever it is that you set your eyes to avoid later regrets. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel very attracted to you, and perhaps they are also obsessed with you in some way. Now, this can be healthy or not, depending on the situation you are in, and it could be problematic if they are obsessed with the outward you, with your looks, or another trait you have, and they find irresistible. The Devil can be like a glue that keeps people together for a long time, but not always in a healthy way. The Devil is associated with Capricorn, so there might be someone in your life who's Capricorn Sun or Ascendant, and they will play a key role this week. Also, it's very possible that in 15 days, a goal you have will come to fruition. For Gemini, we had the Knight of Wands and now it's the Ten of Cups. The Knight of Wands is one of the high energy cards in Tarot and often shows someone who's a fire sign or ascendant, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, someone who did something to surprise you last week or someone who acted in unpredictable ways. And since that's one of the fast cards too, there must have been some fast or unexpected developments last week. Now, with the Ten of Cups, you will experience a very positive energy, a positive outcome, something that will make you feel really good, as the Ten of Cups is a happy and successful completion. For some of you, this will manifest as a more official stage in your relationship, since the Ten of Cups is associated with commitment, and it's about coming together with another person as a family. But the Ten of Cups is also associated with communities, groups of like-minded people, and there will be a very supportive vibe around you this week from people who love you or people who are like family to you. The Ten of Cups shows that someone feels very happy to be with you and their feelings are strong and positive. They are in love with you and they want to have a long-lasting relationship with you. Astrologically, the Ten of Cups is Mars in Pisces, and Mars, the god of war, can feel a little weird in the watery and sensitive environment of Pisces. So if someone tries to argue with you, it's very likely that you will win the argument, especially if you are diplomatic, something you know how to do really well. Also, there might be a family matter that will keep you busy this week, or a person in your family who's acting in ways that cause some issues. The energy of the Ten of Cups will be around you for a week to 10 days, so try to take advantage of this positive energy to strengthen your relationships. For Cancer, we had the Emperor and now it's the Two of Wands. The Emperor is a very strong presence, so maybe someone in your life who's a fire sign or ascendant, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, needed your attention last week, and that could be your partner or your father, as the Emperor is the father archetype in Tarot, or even an older male. And generally something must have gotten more structured and more ordered in some way. Now the Two of Wands indicates some ambiguity, so what appeared certain last week may now be a little ambiguous or uncertain, and you will feel hesitant to decide or reluctant to do something they ask you to do. That's okay, and you should take all the time you need before you make a decision, as this week you'll find yourself in a dilemma, and the right course of action may not be clear. There will be different and perhaps conflicting energies that will make you feel a little confused. But on the other hand, the Two of Wands usually shows there's a decision that you have made already, and it's just that you need to bring it to your conscious awareness. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are hesitating a little, they are a little confused maybe, or they are being in the moment and they are not making plans for the future yet. There is attraction, as Wands usually show warm thoughts, warm feelings, but things are a little fluid at the moment. The Two of Wands astrologically is associated with Mars in Aries, a very strong placement for Mars that will give you a lot of strength, stamina, determination, and generally a lot of energy this week, while the coming weeks between 21 and 30 March will be interesting, as that's probably when a serious decision will be made. The strong days of this week seem to be Monday and Tuesday. For Leo, we had the Fool and now it's the Queen of Wands. Under the energy of the Fool, you must have seen options, possibilities, maybe a new door opened for you, or there were opportunities last week, fresh energy that came into your life in one way or another. Perhaps you met a new person, or you started a new project, or you had a bold idea. And with the Queen of Wands this week, you will move full speed ahead. The Queen of Wands is a fast energy, high energy card, and you will be able to get things done quickly, efficiently, and there will be progress in any area of your life that you need it. The Queen of Wands is a fire sign or ascendant person, an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, and their passionate and enthusiastic energy will be contagious. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, They feel attraction, warm feelings, passion, and there's a desire to spend time with you, doing things that are fun and positive. The combination of the Fool with the Queen of Wands can bring explosive energy into your life that could manifest in many different ways. It could be expressed as passion, initiative from someone who wasn't very active or responsive before, a generous gesture, but for some of you it can manifest as anger, impatience, and generally feelings that make you feel agitated or restless. If you fall into that category, try not to make impulsive moves and avoid serious conversations for a few days until you feel that intense emotions are settling down. This energy can last for 10 days or so depending on how it manifests for you, you can also choose how to use it. You may have to attend an important social event this week where it's possible you will meet someone who can be very useful to you one way or another. For Virgo, we had the Seven of Wands, and now we have the Four of Wands. The Seven of Wands shows resistance, opposition, so last week maybe someone was resisting your plans, your ideas, they were of a different opinion, or maybe the universe was putting obstacles in your way one way or another, and you were forced to defend yourself or to stand your ground. Now with the Four of Wands this week, something is coming to a head. The Four of Wands suggests the end of a stage and a celebration for a reward well earned. This can be the next level in a personal relationship, as the Four of Wands is often associated with commitment and generally serious and solid relationships, but it can also be the next stage in your career. The Four of Wands is also associated with home, so there might be matters related to your family or your house that will require your attention, or for some of you the Four of Wands can mean that you are buying or selling a house and generally can point to property matters. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel happy to be with you, their feelings are warm, passionate, and sexual desire is very strong. Also, they are looking for stability with you, especially if you've been through a rocky period in your relationship. Astrologically, the Four of Wands is Venus in Aries, and this energy will make you go after what you want in love. You will be bold, even demanding at times, and you may have a fiery love affair with someone who's very different than you. The strong days of this week seem to be Thursday and Friday. For Libra, we had the Knight of Cups and now it's the Ten of Swords. Very different energies. The Knight of Cups is the romantic knight in Tarot. He's the knight in shiny armor, so there must have been some positive developments in love last week. Maybe someone made a very nice and romantic gesture, or you met someone you immediately felt attracted to. However, the Ten of Swords is a very different energy in the sense that while the Knight of Cups talks about feelings, the Ten of Swords talks about thoughts and thoughts that are rather negative. So you may have to deal with a problem that you need to face head-on this week. Beware of lies, deceit, and question anything that raises suspicion. The Ten of Swords can be quite dramatic if you let those negative thoughts get the better of you, and you may start thinking of scenarios that could make you feel stressed and worried. Try to keep your thoughts under control as best as you can this week, trusting that although we don't have full control over our thoughts, however, at a certain extent we can be deliberate with our thoughts and we can choose how to react and what attitude to adopt. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel rather taxed mentally and their feelings gravitate towards negative. If you had an argument with them, this isn't a good time to resolve it, as they still seem to be in a very negative place and they probably cannot be reasoned with. Or maybe there's nothing left to say for now and you need to give things some time to settle down or to unfold before you are ready to have a talk with them. Don't forget that swords have to do with communication, and with this 10, it appears that communication is a little off. The 10 of Swords is the Sun in Gemini, and this placement will illuminate for you different paths and different options, alternatives that you haven't thought about before, so try to remain open mentally and make decisions that are fair and logical. For Scorpio, we got the 3 of Cups, and now it's the King of Wands. The 3 of Cups is a happy card, the card of friendship, connection, growth. So last week maybe you had a great talk with a friend or someone close to you make a gesture that made you feel really good. And some of you must have joined communities, groups of like-minded people. The King of Wands this week can be a fire sign or ascendant male, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, who will somehow play a role in your life, especially if you want to get things done in a fast and efficient way. The King of Wands is a strong ally to have by your side, so for some of you he will be a supportive presence at work, someone who has a position of authority and will be willing to help you with something. For some of you it will be your partner or the person you're interested in, who will do something to show you they care, as this king likes to express how he feels through actions. The King of Wands is a good sign for love or feelings because it shows passionate, warm feelings, as all Wands court cards, and it also shows strong sexuality. Temperature in your sexual life will go up this week, so be ready for some passionate and fiery moments. This week you can enjoy positive vibes and you can take advantage of this energy that will last 10 to 15 days by taking action, taking initiative, and generally by doing things that you've been postponing for a while now, as your energy levels will be high and you will feel much more energized and positive than before. For some of you, the King of Wands can manifest as impatience, so make sure you don't overdo it when it comes to giving attention or instigating communications, because someone may take your attempts to connect with them as pressure. For Sagittarius, we had the Tower, and now it's the 8 of Swords. The Tower can be a shocking and unexpected event, or a realization that abruptly changes the dynamics of a relationship. Maybe last week something happened that made you see things from a different perspective that could be a little surprising, but at the same time cathartic and clarifying. The 8 of Swords you got this week shows that you will probably be dealing with the aftermath of whatever happened last week, and there will be some obstacles, some difficulties that you will have to overcome, and you may feel stuck in a situation that you don't know how to resolve. There may be some anxiety or confusion over a situation, but that's also an opportunity for you to remain present and fully aware of how you think about things, because under this energy it's very common that our thoughts get in the way and keep us trapped. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they probably feel confused and for some reason they think that their hands are tied. As a result, they cannot go ahead with things and they don't know what to do. Maybe communication is blocked or other obstacles stand in the way at the moment, and there may be some power struggles in your relationship and you are resisting each other in some way. Astrologically, the 8 of Swords is Jupiter in Gemini, and that means this week you will be really diplomatic, you can handle and resolve delicate circumstances, and you may even discover a hidden gift that could be either intellectual or creative. Jupiter will gift charisma and grace in your communications, so this is a good week to negotiate or to ask for favors. The end of the week seems to be the strongest, so it's Saturday and Sunday that will hold the culmination of those energies. For Capricorn, we had the 9 of Pentacles and now it's the Wheel of Fortune. The 9 of Pentacles means that last week something must have happened that made you feel strong and independent, as if you're stepping into your power in a way that makes you feel really good about what you have achieved. And perhaps it's this confidence and strength that will turn the tables and will change the dynamics of a situation this week, because the Wheel of Fortune is a fortunate shift that will bring opportunities for change and positive energy into your life. The Wheel is one of the karmic cards and often shows events that seem to be predetermined in some way. So this week look for significant signs and messages from the universe that will show you the way and will help you choose direction in case you were feeling lost in the previous weeks. If you want to know how someone feels about you, there must have been a change in their feelings. If they were distant and detached, expect that this week they will start getting closer, they will be more open and more communicative. This will be a very significant week for you, and you will sense energies changing, and it's best that you allow the present and future events to unfold without trying to intervene or force things. Energies may feel fluid and unstable, but that's a good thing if you are looking for change. For it's this instability that will bring new options and opportunities, and be sure to explore those new options. It's possible that this week you'll have to prove whether you have learned a lesson from the past or not, and that means a situation may repeat, and the outcome will depend on how you will respond to whatever happens. Make sure that you don't repeat behaviors that got you in trouble before. In 10 days from now, there will be another important shift that will be triggered by the decisions you make and the actions you take in the present moment. For Aquarius, we had the Hierophant and now the Queen of Cups. The Hierophant is a very serious card and often shows a guide or a mentor that comes into your life when you most need it. Or it could be a contract or an official document. So last week you must have dealt with some serious energies that triggers a series of events that will lead to a positive outcome. And that could be true for a relationship because the Queen of Cups is a love card and is associated with love and relationships. For some of you, a relationship will get more official this week, or there will be a serious talk about the future of a relationship. Also, someone who's a water sign or ascendant, Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer, will play a significant role in your life this week. If you're wondering how someone feels, the Queen of Cups shows romantic feelings, attraction, and they will have a more playful and a more romantic attitude this week. The Hierophant was quite serious, traditional, but the Queen of Cups wants to enjoy love, sex, good life. That's why this week there will be some interesting and positive developments in your love life. Just try to remain realistic, because under the energy of this Queen there might be some unrealistic expectations from someone, or you may get too sensitive or too emotional. The Queen of Cups often shows improvement in health matters, as cups are associated with health and healing, and also beauty changes. So this week you may decide to visit a spa or to make a change in your appearance, and energies will favor such changes. The vibe of this Queen will last for approximately 10 days, so try to make the most of it if you want to improve your relationships, your health, or your looks. For Pisces, we had the Six of Wands and now it's the Knight of Wands. You're still under fire energy. Both cards are fire cards, and that means action, inspiration, progress. The Knight of Wands can be someone in your life who's a fire sun or ascendant, someone who's very active, motivating, and inspiring. This person can be unpredictable at times, as that's often a manifestation of the Knight of Wands. Expect the unexpected this week, as there will probably be some surprises, positive I expect, because both cards show a warm energy, and the energy of Wands can be quite inspiring and motivating. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they find you highly sexual, and this week you will find that they pursue you. They feel very passionate of you, but the problem with this Knight is that feelings are often fleeting and they can change overnight. That's why I would not advise you to invest in a relationship with them before you see signs of real stability. If they are going hot and cold with you, that's a sign that they haven't made a decision about where they want this to go. So it's important that you give some time for the energies to stabilize. An opportunity may arise this week in your personal or professional life, and you will feel tempted to just jump in, which is exactly what you should do under this energy. Building up momentum is very important with the Knight of Wands, and this week won't be about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. You will take action and you will feel very powerful and confident that you can make things happen. The energy of this night will be with you for a couple of weeks, so until the end of the month you will get the chance to make some progress in things that were delayed before. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of March 20 to March 26. I hope you enjoyed them, and I will see you again next week. I wish you a fantastic week.